AI is replacing developers, right? AI tools are speeding up coding by 55%. That sounds like good news, but it's actually a warning. The developers who survive this shift aren't the ones who code faster. They're the ones who stopped thinking like coders and started thinking like system architects, because that's what they should have been doing in the first place. Coding is like the low level boilerplate work that software developers were doing before AI. But now that AI has mastered the low level work, we can focus on the high level work, making systems actually work together and we can move quicker. But this episode breaks down what that means and what you should be building right now. So, generative AI tools are making developers 55% more productive. That's the headline. But here's what the headline doesn't say: the work that's getting automated is the same work most junior developers get paid to do. So, I'm a solo founder, no funding, building from Bridgeport, Connecticut. And I want to tell you exactly what I'm building toward and why I think most people are optimizing for the wrong thing. So the industry is moving away from traditional data science and heavy on data wrangling. Um, well, the industry is moving away from traditional data science, which is heavy on data wrangling, statistical analysis, writing raw syntax, and toward a new discipline called AI engineering. AI engineers aren't training models from scratch, they're system architects. They integrate pre trained models into complex software pipelines and manage teams of autonomous digital workers. The irony is that the tools that are supposed to make coding easier are raising the floor on what it means to be a developer. You can't just write code anymore. You have to architect systems that include AI as a component. And that means understanding what AI actually does under the hood. But the most valuable skill right now is building what researchers call LLM harnesses, refinement loops. So here's what that means practically. Now, you pair an AI that generates code with a verifier test, so the system runs iteratively. Generate, test, fix, repeat till the output is correct. So you're not trusting the AI blindly because you're building the infrastructure that makes AI trustworthy. The deeper issue is interpretability. Modern neural networks are black boxes, so you don't know what they're really thinking. Um, they're grown through deep learning, not explicitly programmed, so you have no idea what they're doing. Researchers doing mechanistic interpretability are trying to reverse engineer these networks to see what individual circuits and neurons actually represent as far as like the model's thought process. So why does this matter for founders? Because if you're building on top of AI, and you will be, you need to know when to trust it and when to verify it. Blindly deploying AI outputs into production is how you get subtle bugs that are impossible to debug. So the Alignment Research Center, or ARC, is working on heuristic explanations. There are mathematical proofs that automatically detect anomalies inside models. The goal is catching alignment faking, where a model hides deceptive behavior during testing and reveals it in production. It's not sci fi, that's a real documented behavior in current systems. Um, Philosopher David Chalmers has a take on this with hearing: don't chase intellectual fashion. Focus on areas you're genuinely passionate about and pursue novel ideas, not what's trending on LinkedIn or what's trending in society at the moment. The real moat against automation isn't coding speed, it's transdisciplinary depth. So, if you combine serious technical AI skills with deep domain knowledge like healthcare, legal, real estate, finance, logistics, that combination is nearly impossible to automate because domain expertise plus technical judgment plus practical wisdom is what actually makes a system useful. So here's how I'm applying this personally. I'm not trying to build the best automation platform. I'm building custom automation for specific businesses with specific problems. A real estate operations manager who's uh, reconciling spreadsheets every Friday. A small business owner manually entering data between three different platforms just to keep it in sync. Those problems don't need a software as a service subscription. They need one well built script and someone who understood the problem well enough to build it. So that's where I'm focused right now. Not, build a product and find customers, but build for a specific person's specific problem. Invoice for it, then do it again. So I'm a 22-year-old working at Whole Foods in Bridgeport, Connecticut, building a software company in my spare time. I have 54 production ready products. I've deployed 20 apps on for sale. I have a live backend, retrieval augmented generation pipeline, automation worker. And my biggest realization this week is that none of that matters until someone pays me for it. So that's the mission this quarter. First invoice, not first subscriber. First invoice. Someone has a broken manual process. I automate it and they pay me. That's my gate. So if you're building something, software as a service, a tool, any service, and you're stuck in the same loop I was, building features nobody asked for yet, tell me in the comments. I want to hear what you're actually trying to automate. So the AI engineer era is not coming here. The question is whether you're building the harness or waiting to be replaced by someone who is. If you have a manual process in your business eating your time every week, whether it's browser automation, data pipeline, custom integration, I build those. DM me or drop it in the comments. I'm Kai John. This is the Sovereign Architect. I will see y'all next week. Do it.